Medications. We're going to talk a little bit today about why anti-anxiety, anti-depression, medications for your emotional and mental state can be very dangerous. I'm not here to prescribe or promote or not promote medication. I'm just here to shed some light on what I've seen in my career and what I've seen big pharmaceutical companies do that want our money. So men, women, it doesn't matter. So many that I've worked with have been in abusive or difficult relationships. Some are easy to see, some are not. Some are highly manipulative, and it takes a while to see. Either way, what I am sharing is if you are in unhealthy relationships and then you are taking a pill to manage that stress, what do you think that is doing to your mind, body, environment, and relationship? It's not serving the greater good for anybody. When you do what's best for you, you actually help whoever you're in relationship with. People don't always realize this. This was so eye-opening for me that when I actually started to enforce boundaries and love myself, even if it was very hard for the unhealthy relationships I was in to hear them, by removing myself from the abuse or the dysfunction, the abuser has a chance to look at their wounds. People that abuse are just very wounded. So before I go off on that tangent, back to medications. So again, if somebody's being mistreated and their anxiety, what is their anxiety? Their anxiety is a signal, I'm not safe, I need to get out. Okay, now I'm going to take a pill to numb that so I can stay. Do you see how dangerous this can be? So listening to that anxiety, listening to that depression, listening to why your body is telling you these emotions rather than taking a pill to numb them is key. Now you may say, well, I'm not in an abusive relationship. I just have anxiety and depression and I don't feel good. Okay, well, those emotions are still trying to tell you something. They're from some time in your life where things have gone a certain way. The environment, the collective world as a whole has a lot of chaotic energy. Childhood, we all have stuff. Whatever we come into the world with starts to program our minds, bodies, and nervous systems from the time we're in the womb with our mothers. So if our mothers felt tons of fear and anxiety, we may be this young adult or this human going, where is this coming from? So rather than numbing it or taking a pill, now I've worked with people that take just the right amount and it helps. And I'm not here to say to take it or not. I'm here to say, listen to your signals before numbing them and get help on those, whether or not it's a current situation or past. Usually the past and the present start to align because what we haven't cleaned up in the past will present itself in the present. So if you were raised in a certain environment and you haven't healed those patterns, so for example, a lack of boundaries or abuse, and then you find in your life as an adult you're in relationships, friendships with people that have a lack of boundaries and step all over you. Even if you're not in a relationship like that right now, look a little deeper. Where in your life do you feel that pattern still coming up? And where's that anxiety or depression or whatever the emotion is? It's still coming up for a reason. So when we numb these really beautiful emotions, we're not getting to the root of what our body and soul and heart and mind are trying to tell us that it needs help, it needs support, it needs to be released, it needs to be resolved. And so I just wanted to shed light that big pharmaceutical companies that prescribe all these medications, every time, they want money. We know that. They want money. Do they really look after our best interests and want us to be better? I don't know. But I know that healers, even the somatic experiencing world, that's the one I always recommend for therapy. Peter Levine's work, traumahealing.org. I'll put it in the notes below. When you work with the mind and the body and you get to the root of what your signals are, you can heal anything. A pill can't. A pill can only numb it and put a bandaid on it. And it scares me because then you can miss something that your body is trying to help you or protect you or warn you from. So again, I just want to shed light on that so that people know there are other choices than just medication if they are looking for it, and that your body is upset about something either in the present or the past, and it needs to be looked at. The past is not over. There is no time when it comes to wounds. It doesn't matter if it's 20, 50, 60, 80, 10, 5, 1 year. I don't care. Your body, your subconscious, your nervous system knows now it's not happy now. And if it didn't get what it needed back then, it's going to still want it. So time does not heal. Looking at it, getting to the root of it. Why am I still having this anxiety? What's it about? Going within, getting that support, and finding it is so healing. Truth really does set us free. Those are time heals all wounds. I disagree with. Truth sets us free. Wait, did I say that right? Time heals all wounds. I don't agree with. Truth sets us free. I do agree with. I've worked with people, even my own stuff, where we are talking about some of the most horrific, awful situations, but we're holding space for it and getting to the root of it and supporting that person's journey. And it's so beautiful, the unwinding, the release, the freedom that comes with truth. And one more thing I wanted to add is denial. So many people out there, and if somebody doesn't want help, then you can't help them. But I see that a lot of those people don't even realize they're being manipulated or that they're living in denial, and they just want to keep this pretty picture. And that's up to them. All you can do is you. And how that ties in with the whole medication thing is you may know people that take medication or are being mistreated and they don't think they are. There's nothing you can do about that, but do your own work and show by example, or shed the light of truth, that when you listen to your signals and get to the truth of a situation, you can be free of anything, whereas a pill cannot free you of your pain and problems. I did want to bring up people like Robin Williams, Michael Jackson. Anytime a celebrity that we love leaves this life and we find out that they've been over-medicated, it breaks my heart, because what they really needed was to release their pain, not take a pill. So just think about that on your own journey or with the ones you love, shedding this light and this wisdom that there are tools out there to heal your abusive situation, your anxiety, your wounds, by listening and taking appropriate action. And you don't need a pill when you do it that way.